Good morning, Texans. So I was asked to talk to our students in advisory today about expectations. And so I thought that what I'd do is share with you some expectations that I shared with our staff at the beginning of the school year. Because one of the things that you need to know is that not only do we hold students accountable for expectations, we also hold our staff accountable for expectations, and that includes me. I'm accountable to these expectations that I'm about to share with you today. So wanted to share with you the presentation that I gave our staff in August, or I'll give you an abbreviated version because I doubt you want to see the whole thing. But we started with our Texan priorities. Spent a lot of time last year working with students, with staff, with families, learning what is important to our Northwest Texans. What is it that we really want to focus on? And we came up with 3 things. One of them is a student-centered culture of academics. You'll notice each of these things starts with the word student-centered because we want to be a student-centered campus. We want to be a campus that is here to help our kids. That's what we exist to do, is to help our students learn. And so the culture of academics means simply that we're developing a culture in our building that values learning. And so that's why we ask you to be on time to class. That's why we ask you to attend class. That's why we make sure that we hold one another accountable for being present and doing the things we're supposed to do in our classes, because those are the things that are going to help us academically, help our students to learn, and help our students to be prepared for the future. Student-centered caring majority is another one of our Texan priorities. And what that means, a caring majority, what that means is most of the people on this campus, we want most of the people on this campus, if not all, to care about one another, to behave in a way that shows that they care about themselves, that they care about one another, that they care about their school, that they care about their community. And so if we have that caring majority, most of the people on the campus caring, then that creates a positive culture, and it's easier for us to get that culture of learning as well. Student-centered systems and processes refers to, if we've got processes and systems in place here, then what is it about those that is student-centered? In other words, are we creating processes that are just convenient for adults? Are we creating processes or leaving processes in place that are old and have just been in place a long time, and we do things that way because we've always done it that way? Or are we really trying to be focused in on our students and making those things student-centered? We also talked about what we already do well. We are a very proud campus. We're proud of being the flagship campus. That means we were the first high school campus in Northwest ISD, and we're very proud of that. We are proud of our excellence in extracurricular pursuits. There are so many different activities. If I started to name them off now, I would leave off somebody, so I'm not going to do that. But so many things that we do outside of the classroom that we're so very good at and we're very proud of. We have great school spirit at Northwest High School, and we want to keep that going. We don't want to be a school that lacks school spirit. So being proud of being a Northwest Texan is something that we're already good at, and we want to continue to be good at. We have a warm, welcoming environment. When people come in new or when guests come in, we're very good about welcoming them. And we have a really strong sense of family at Northwest High School. Then we got some fancy words here, but we'll get over here to the culture of academics, because I mentioned that earlier. And I want to address some misconceptions of a culture of academics. And remember, this is stuff that I told the teachers at the beginning of the year. So hopefully you guys will agree with this. A culture of academics doesn't mean more homework. Now, does homework sometimes get included in that? Sure. But saying that we have a culture of academics doesn't mean we load you up with a whole bunch of work outside of school. It also doesn't mean that we grade you harder or we are more rigorous on our grading. That's not necessarily what a culture of academics means. It doesn't mean that academics is the only thing that is important. We just got through talking about how much we appreciate and admire the successes of our extracurricular activities. So certainly academics is not the only thing that is important. It's also not only the responsibility of our students. A culture of academics takes all of us. It takes adult behaviors as well as student behaviors. And a lack of a culture of academics is not the fault of our students. If we lack a culture of academics, it's probably because we're failing to focus on the right things, we're wasting time, we're putting habits and systems in place that are not academically focused. And so it's not just the student's fault if we lack a culture of academics. And I made that really clear to our staff at the beginning of the school year as well. So we talked about general expectations. What do we do to stay ready to learn? That's been our theme this year, is stay ready. And one of those things is be on time. I ask students to be on time. I ask staff to be on time. I expect myself to be on time. When we're on time, then we're ready to learn. When we're fully present, we're ready to learn. So it's really easy in our world of distractions to get checked out of what's going on. I think it was Coach Anderson said this in his class one day, and he was quoting somebody else, but he said, "Be where your feet are." And that's a really great quote. So we're really bad about sometimes, I'm bad about it too, we'll get our phone in our hand and we'll focus on what's going on our phone, and we forget about what's going on in front of us. And so we want to make sure we're being fully present. We want to be engaged in the work of learning, in the work of our school. We want to be prepared to learn. We want to be healthy and well and take care of ourselves and take care of one another. And we want to be kind. So one of the things that we're doing to make sure that we stay ready to learn is we're articulating clear expectations for both students and staff. And so you're seeing that today. Another strategy we use is our AVID program. And so if you don't know enough about our AVID program, see me, see Coach Flatt, see Ms. Weatherly, Mr. Barnhart. We're happy to tell you about the AVID program. It helps students to stay ready to learn, and the strategies do as well. Cultural competence, being able to respect one another because of our differences, not in spite of our differences, but because of our differences. We come from all of these wonderful different places. And how can we get really good about respecting one another and being proud of one another and just taking pride in the fact that we're a very diverse campus and we have a lot of really great people who come from a lot of really great places. We talked a lot about social and emotional learning. That's actually knowing how to take care of oneself. And so we focused on that with our staff this year, and then we'll roll that out to our students as we go into next year. We talked about restorative practices. You may have seen circles. You may have seen some efforts to work to resolve conflicts. Those are things that we're using as a strategy to help our students get along with one another and to work through their conflicts, and that's good. Those of you who are freshmen, you may have noticed that we have a really strong freshman focus. We hand-selected our freshman teachers to work with our freshman students because we wanted somebody special to integrate our ninth graders into our campus as our newest students to the campus. And so that's been one of our strategies to help us stay ready to learn. And so here are some things that I have established as look-fors in the building, and as I walk around the building, as our admin team walks around the building, we're looking for these things from our staff. And so I want our students to see this as well. I want every student warmly greeted every day. We should not have a student get down our hallway without somebody saying hello to the student. If that's happening, then we're not getting it done, and we need to do better. I'm looking for smiles, laughter, kindness. For example, the other day I was standing in front of the West office entrance or the West entrance, and I was greeting students, and I saw so many smiles and so many students laughing and so many students giving me a kind and warm greeting as they were coming in the building. I love seeing that. I also love seeing that from our staff. I love seeing students hustling to class because that means that you're prioritizing getting to class on time. That means you're ready to learn. I love seeing students staying in class. That's why when we see you out in the hallways, we're asking, hey, where are you supposed to be? What class are you in? How can I help you get to class? We want you to be in class. I want to see students engaged in learning. That means that learning is not boring, that learning is not a chore, but it's something that you actually enjoy and want to do. And I'm looking for our staff to be engaged in the school, engaged in what's going on. I'm looking for us to value our diversity, and we talked about that just a minute ago, and I think that explains itself. I'm looking for us to be celebrating academics. There are lots of good things going on academically. We're really good about celebrating our extracurricular accomplishments, and we should be, and I don't want us to stop that. But what are we doing to celebrate our academic accomplishments? I'm looking for us to support one another. I'm looking for us to have positive attitudes, and I'm looking for all of us to work together as a team to make these great things happen. So those are some general expectations that I'm looking for on our campus. I know that sounds kind of vague, but really all of the things that we do fall into that category. And so it helps us to know what the expectations are in the building so that we can step up and be the kind of people that we're looking to be, so that we can help ourselves be the best version of ourselves, and so that we can help others as well. So Texans, I'm just proud to be one of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the things that you've accomplished this year. I think it's going to be a great semester. And I just want to remind you that I love you and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you make it a great day.